Hi everyone, and welcome to the Watcher of Watches YouTube channel, where I will be sharing my passion for watches, buying, unboxing and owning experiences of timepieces that I have collected over the last couple of years. If you like my channel, please drop me a comment below, hit the subscribe button and follow me on Instagram. In today's review, I'll be going through a Hublot Classic Fusion timepiece. Now, the Classic Fusion is probably the more subtle range in the Hublot collection and was introduced before the Big Bang. So let's see what you get within the box. So you get this additional smaller box which houses the receipt. Now, I bought this watch back in January 2019 and cost me approximately $11,000 from an independent dealer in Dubai. And I've gone on to purchase another watch from this particular dealer, a watch that I'll reveal in another video soon. The warranty card, which has the reference number of the watch as well as your serial number. And finally, a smart card reader. So your warranty card slots into this reader and you can then go onto the Hublot website and register your watch to activate your warranty. Then finally the hang tag, which has again the reference number of the watch and also your serial number. And now back to the main watch box, and it has a kind of rubbery feel to it. And this additional protective layer to stop it getting scratched in transit. And so here you go guys, a close-up of the watch. So let's go through with a few specs of this watch. The case size is 45mm and approximately 10mm thick. The case itself is made of titanium and the strap is a mixture of alligator leather and also rubber as well. It comes with a see-through case back and a sapphire crystal on top. It's a manual wind movement and has 50 meters of water resistant rating. Now this watch is actually discontinued, and I think they discontinued it at the end of 2018. And as soon as I found that out, I always did like this watch because I had seen it a few years back when they first introduced it, but I never pulled the trigger. And Hublot at that time had one piece left in stock and they were offering it for about $15,500. I was getting a 10% discount, but I didn't think that was aggressive enough, so then I decided to source this independently. And if you go into Chrono24, there are a few examples of this watch available and they range between $10,000 to about $15,000 once you convert from AED to USD. So the reason I like this watch, aside from the case design, was the 8 days of power reserve, the sunburst dial, and also the highly polished hands and indices. And as you can see in the sunlight, the indices really sparkle. And you can see the different layers of the sunburst dial. At 45mm, it's not a small watch, and in general Hublots are meant to be worn large. But what helps is having quite a thin case at 10mm, so that does make this watch work overall. So now let's take a look at the rest of the watch. The strap is quite wide, but that fits with it being an oversized watch. And it has a combination of both brushed and polished titanium on the case. And you can see the case height, which is relatively thin at 10mm, and it helps with having a manual wind movement. And you have the H logo engraved in the crown. And the power reserve indicator is at 10 o'clock. The date window at 3 o'clock and the second sub-dial at 6 o'clock. And with it being quite a large dial, having these few features on there completes the overall package. So to set this watch, first you want to wind it. And you'll see the hand on the power reserve indicator moving. Pull the crown in the first position, and that will then adjust the date. And then in the second position, now this doesn't hack the seconds, which is a little bit disappointing, but nevertheless you can then adjust the time. So you can see the clasp has the H branding on there, and it's actually quite a nice clasp. It has two buttons on either side and they open up really nicely. But let's take a look at the movement. Now this is Hublot's in-house movement, caliber HUB 1601. It has 33 jewels, and overall it's quite a nicely finished movement, and you can see a lot of the components, which is always nice to look at. And this is probably one of the most comfortable straps that I have. It's actually rubber, and then it has the alligator leather stitched into it, so it never loses its shape no matter how much I wear this. So let's get it on the wrist and see how it looks. And there you go guys, the Hublot Classic Fusion 8-day power reserve model in titanium. What do you think? Does it look too big? I'll leave you with a few extra wrist shots, so please do leave me a comment below.